Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'd like to do a discussion that has been on my mind ever since my video on reading your unpopular Rings of Fire opinions. Squiddles commented about Icicle not deserving to be villainized, and ever since then I've actually been thinking about just how true that is. This video isn't really a character analysis, but rather just a discussion on who I think is really in the wrong, Sora or Icicle. This video contains spoilers for Moon Rising and Winter Turning, so if you haven't read those books then please click off. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. First, we're going to analyze Icicle and her situation to try and figure out who is in the wrong here. Icicle grew up under very hard conditions in the Icewing Palace, and so did Winter. You could argue that they both had the same circumstances, but it was the obsessive and competitive traits in Icicle that made being royalty even worse for her than it was for Winter. Though they both wanted to be the best, Icicle would do anything to earn respect from her parents and the queen, even battling dragons 3 times her size when she was only 1 year old. During the War for Stoning Succession, Icicle fought alongside her tribe mates in a very bloody battle, the one in which Clay saw when flying towards the Mud Kingdom. During the battle, Icicle killed Crane, Sora's older sister. Sora grieved over the loss of her sister, and she vowed to get revenge against the dragon who killed her. This is where things started to get really interesting in the story, and I'll explain why I think that Icicle isn't the one in the wrong, and that it's actually Sora. Reason number 1. Icicle killed Crane during a battle, not out of cold blood or for a meaningless reason. In war, you fight without thinking about who you're fighting, and that's the truth of it. Icicle didn't just swoop in one day and kill Crane for some kind of revenge purpose, but rather because she was commanded to just attack the Mudwings. To her, she was just some random Mudwing who she was fighting. When Sora tried to kill Icicle, it was out of revenge. She tried doing it several times with the intent to actually kill her, and though she was motivated by revenge, there were better ways she could have gone around it, especially if she suspected that Icicle was going to kill another dragon. The simplest being just to tell the dragon it's a destiny rather than take it into her own hands. She wouldn't have become a fugitive, and Icicle would have been dealt with accordingly if they could have proved her assassination plans. Reason number 2. Sora, in the end, caused more deaths than Icicle and just increased the bloodshed. In her attempt to kill Icicle for what she had done to Crane during the war, she wounded Tamarin and killed Bigtail and Carnelian. And to make matters worse, she didn't care for other dragons in the process of avenging her sister until the very end. At first, she only called other dragons collateral damage. If that doesn't sound wrong, I don't know what does. Instead of coming clean to the Dragons of Destiny, Sora continued to take matters into her own hands by attempting to kill Icicle twice. She injured a dragon and even killed 2, feeling little to no remorse for what she had done to them because she thought she was in the right. Sora had plenty of opportunities to deal with things properly, yet she didn't. Reason 3. Icicle was manipulated by Scarlet to try and kill the Dragons of Destiny. Meanwhile, Sora's hatred came from the death of her sister. Icicle was driven to near insanity by Queen Scarlet through the Dream Visitor. She plagued her with horrible nightmares every single time she fell asleep, literally causing Icicle to burn herself with lava in order to stay awake, so she wouldn't be met with Scarlet's awful treatment. Queen Scarlet created emotional trauma for Icicle, even outside of the nightmares she gave her. She claimed that she ate Hailstorm alive, and she would kill him if Icicle didn't assassinate the Dragonets of Destiny for her. Just take a moment to think about things from Icicle's perspective here. Your brother that you loved dearly had been taken prisoner years ago, and you were finally offered the chance to have him back. I feel like anybody would have considered what Icicle did, because desperate people do desperate things. It's just a fact of life sometimes, even if you can't imagine yourself really doing that. Icicle felt like she had to, and that she had failed Hailstorm and just wanted to get him back. Meanwhile, Sora, having no proof of that any of this was going on, attempted to kill her twice and injured/killed other dragons in the process, feeling little to no remorse until she finally became too stressed and left to not cause any further damage. Sora made herself a fugitive rather than answering for her actions. So, in the end, both Icicle and Sora did some really awful things. Icicle was willing to kill the Dragonets of Destiny to get her brother back, and even though she was desperate, that did not make her actions okay. But Sora's actions were not able to be excused as well. All she thought of was revenge, injuring other dragons in the process, and then leaving to be on the run rather than answer for her crimes. While both dragons were awful, I feel like Icicle doesn't deserve to be villainized, and Sora doesn't deserve to just be let off the hook by Wings of Fire fans. In a way, both of them are the same, except that Icicle gets villainized due to the fact that she's simply mean, even though Sora attempted something very similar and people felt bad for her. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. What did you think? Let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!